Fact. 4 million people in the U.S. have hepatitis C due to liver damage. Fact. Cirrhosis of the liver is the 8th leading cause of death among Americans. Fact. Alcohol, many prescription drugs, food additives, pesticides, and environmental toxins damage the liver. Fact. 1 in 10 Americans is or has been affected by liver or gallbladder disease. Fact. Anything that keeps the liver from doing its job can put your life in danger. Protect your liver by visiting researchedherbs.com and learning more about the world's #1 selling all-natural liver support formula, Live 52. It is the only herbal liver supplement that is backed by over 190 published clinical trials and endorsed by 250,000 healthcare professionals in 76 countries worldwide. Don't wait to protect your liver. Visit us at researchedherbs.com or call 1-800-973-1486. That's 1-800-973-1486 or go to researchedherbs.com. All the goodness with none of the side effects.
Are you wondering about your retirement portfolio? Are you confident that the financial advisor is experienced enough to combat climbing interest rates, taxes, and inflation? Stop guessing and go to the expert, Robert Chapman of the International Forecaster. When you subscribe to the International Forecaster, you get Robert Chapman's 45 years of experience and concise investment recommendations. Who needs sugar-coated excuses when you can get the cold hard facts and proven investment leads you can't get anywhere else? For a free introductory copy to Robert Chapman's International Forecaster, subscribe now at theinternationalforecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. Experience the difference. When you subscribe, you can email Robert Chapman directly to obtain investment advice tailored just for you. Don't wait another minute. Subscribe today at theinternationalforecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. That's 877-479-8178.
The New World Order beast is genetically modifying your food. Genetically modifying. Mixing vegetables with animals. And now experimenting with viruses. Without a long-term food solution, you will have just 2 options. Starve or surrender. All canned food supplies will eventually run out. What then? Grow your own healthy food and feed your family forever. SurvivalistSeeds.com is now the nation's largest bulk heirloom seed company, and it's owned by a real patriot, Big John Lipscomb. You can now have an infinite amount of healthy vegetables like a watermelon, a bundle of carrots, or tomatoes for a little more than a penny each. SurvivalistSeeds.com. And now you can go into business with Big John at SurvivalistSeeds.com by becoming an affiliate. See his link at SurvivalistSeeds.com. SurvivalistSeeds.com.
Here's a question. If you have a septic system, did you know that proper maintenance can save you thousands of dollars in costly and unnecessary repairs? The answer is simple. Use septic system injector treatments made specifically for your home or business, available only at simplesepticsolutions.com. Made in the U.S., guaranteed to reduce sludge and odor by continuously cleaning your septic system, drain pipes, and leach field. This non-hazardous patented injector system contains billions of natural active bacteria and enzymes proven to digest household waste. With every flush, millions of enzyme-active bacteria flow through your system, breaking down organic waste. Only Simple Septic Solutions natural eco-friendly products keep your septic system unclogged and free-flowing, claims other products can't make. Installation is simple and lasts for 4 full months. Visit simplesepticsolutions.com. That's simplesepticsolutions.com or call 508-759-0010. That's 508-759-0010.
It's the Alex Jones Show on this Monday, June the 14th. I'm sitting in for Alex. It's Paul Joseph Watson. We'll be taking your calls after the bottom of the hour. The number is 888-201-2244. That's 888-201-2244. So get lined up on the boards and we'll discuss what we've been covering before the break, which is the fact that MSNBC are readying this huge hit piece, The Rise of the New Right, against grassroots American political activists, while Chris Matthews himself and MSNBC are throwing softball questions to and finding common ground with real domestic terrorists like the former Weather Underground leader Bill Ayers, who, as we played from the FBI agent before the break, planned to allow the invasion of America by these Soviet and Chinese troops, and the setup of vast gulags whereby Americans who disagreed with this would be, quote, re-educated or if not killed. Now, this is the ultimate example of a domestic terrorist, an extremist, and yet he's been given cover, and Chris Matthews is running defense for him while smearing us as the real violent radicals. It's the height of hypocrisy, and it just exposes their agenda-driven bias for what it is. Now, after Chris Matthews interviewed Bill Ayers, which took place in October 2008, after this controversy of Ayers' links with Obama had surfaced, he again ran defense for the domestic terrorist Bill Ayers during an interview with Pat Buchanan, when Buchanan raised Ayers' comments to the New York Times in September 2001, when Ayers said, quote, "I don't regret setting bombs, and I feel we didn't do enough." And then if he was asked if he'd do it all again, and Ayers responded, quote, "I don't want to discount the possibility." So this is a man who not only planned and executed bombings against government buildings in the 70s, but decades later he expresses no remorse whatsoever and even indicates that he would be willing to do it again. And this is a man who has been defended and who has found common ground with Chris Matthews during his interview with Matthews on MSNBC. Now, I mean, it comes as no surprise that Matthews is cozying up to this communist revolutionary Ayers, because Matthews himself once named one of his heroes as the communist ideologue Saul Alinsky. And also recall that during a segment with Rachel Maddow on MSNBC, Matthews also let slip the fact that he analyses politics from a Marxist perspective. And we've got that clip, so we go to that clip now.
No, I'm Marxist when it comes to analysis. People judge their current economic circumstances, and then they make political judgments.
This is one of those nights, though, when we can be absolute purists in terms of extrapolating from this one race, because there was only...
So there you have Chris Matthews saying, quote, "I'm Marxist when it comes to analysis." So he's admitting to analysing politics from a Marxist perspective. Now, what do we do here at the Alex Jones Show? We analyse politics from a constitutionalist/libertarian perspective. Why? Because we're constitutionalists/libertarians. Now, if Matthews is admitting that he analyses politics from a Marxist perspective, then what does that make him? It makes him a Marxist. And this was only emphasised by another segment on his MSNBC show, which he had several months ago, whereby he had these guests on from Politico and these other organisations. And Matthews and his guests basically implied that anyone who is sceptical of or expresses disdain or distrust towards government is psychologically insane. Now, where does this come from? It comes from the Soviet mental asylums, which were used by the Soviets, by the communists, to isolate political prisoners by categorizing their distrust of the state as a psychological illness. And it's similar to what happens today in North Korea with Kim Jong-il, where 200 million people are held in gulags because they've expressed distrust of the government, even to just a mild extent. So this is what Matthews was advocating during this debate, where he said that people who distrust government are psychologically insane. Is it any wonder that this is a guy who's defended somebody who once called for giant communist re-education camps in America? And as I said before, the notion that Ayers is merely this reasonable, rational individual is completely contradicted by the fact that he still advocates these kind of methods, and he's unrepentant for his bombings against government buildings. Now we'll continue to explore Ayers' ties to Obama himself after the break. This is the Alex Jones Show. Load up the board with your calls. We'll be getting to you after the bottom of the hour. Stay tuned.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN
how should I get
Radio
the
Network.
callers to Paul?